Welcome to Let's Talk About Pleasure, the space where we break myths, speak without filters, and give you real information about sexuality, pleasure, and well-being. I'm a doctor specializing in intimate health and sexual wellness, and today, we're diving into how to use a condom and feel like it's not even there. If you've ever thought that wearing a condom is like putting on a raincoat in the shower, you're about to realize you've been doing it wrong. It's not the condom that reduces pleasure, it's how you use it. But don't worry, today I'll teach you how to turn that barrier into a pleasure amplifier. The story no one tells you. Picture this, you're in the heat of the moment. Everything is perfect. The atmosphere, the tension, the heavy breathing, until it's time to put on the condom. The passion drops, the sensation changes, and suddenly it doesn't feel the same. Sound familiar? Don't worry, you're not alone. Here's what you need to know. It doesn't have to be this way. There are ways to make using a condom feel even better than not using one. The thing is, no one ever tells you how. The secret to feeling more and better. Find your perfect size. If a condom is too tight, it reduces circulation and sensitivity. If it's too loose, it moves around and dulls pleasure. Find your exact size, and you'll feel the difference. Condoms come in different widths and lengths. Experiment until you find the one that fits you best. Use lube inside the condom. Before unrolling it, put a drop of water-based or silicone-based lubricant inside. This creates a more natural glide and intensifies sensitivity. Material matters. Forget cheap latex condoms. Try ultra-thin, polyurethane, or graphene condoms. They're so thin you'll barely notice them, but just as safe. The heat trick: rub it between your hands before putting it on so it reaches body temperature. Nothing kills the mood faster than something cold in the middle of the action. Use textured condoms, but wisely. Some have strategic ridges or dots that enhance stimulation, but not all textures work for everyone. Experiment to find what makes you really feel the difference. The test that changes everything. I challenge you. Next time, try these tricks and tell me if you don't notice the difference. Not only will you improve your experience, but your partner will appreciate it too. Because when you feel more, you give more. The problem is not the condom, it's you. Yes, I'm saying it straight. The problem isn't the condom, it's how you use it. Most men just tear it open, roll it on like a balloon, and think they're good to go. Big mistake. Wearing a condom isn't just about putting it on. There's a technique that makes all the difference. The condom as an extension of your body. One of the biggest mistakes is seeing it as something foreign, a barrier between you and pleasure. But what if I told you there are ways to make it feel like a second skin? The preheated condom, temperature affects sensitivity, and a cold condom feels weird. Before putting it on, warm it up in your hands or keep it in your pocket for a few minutes. The sensory condom. Have you tried ultra-thin, next-gen condoms? Some have internal textures designed to stimulate you more. Others come with warming or cooling lubricants that activate your pleasure receptors. The double lube secret. A little-known trick is applying a tiny layer of lube inside the condom before wearing it. This reduces friction and increases the feeling of contact. The mind game. Your brain is the most powerful sexual organ. If you keep thinking condoms are a turn-off, they will be. But if you make them part of foreplay, integrating them into the excitement, they'll become a secret weapon. The truth no one tells you. Studies show that your mindset plays a huge role in pleasure. In experiments, some men unknowingly used hyper-thin condoms, and they reported feeling more than without one. This proves that the idea of less pleasure is often more mental than physical. So shift your mindset, apply these tricks, and tell me if it doesn't feel better. Experiment and discover what works for you. Still doubtful? Think about this. Using a condom correctly not only keeps sex just as pleasurable, it also gives you peace of mind. No worries about unplanned pregnancies. No stress about STIs. You can enjoy yourself without distractions. A patient's story that changed everything. One afternoon, just as I was wrapping up my last consultations, the door to my office flew open. A man in his late 20s stormed in, his face red with frustration. He let out an exasperated sigh and dropped heavily into the chair in front of me. "I can't take it anymore, doctor," he blurted out, running his hands through his hair. "My girlfriend insists I wear a condom, but I swear, I can't feel anything. It's like wrapping myself in plastic. Sex is supposed to be enjoyable, not a punishment." I had heard this complaint 100 times before. I could already predict where this conversation was going. Instead of launching into a lecture, I simply leaned forward and asked, "How do you put it on?" He gave me a look, half confusion, half annoyance. "What do you mean?" "I take it out of the wrapper, unroll it, put it on, and that's it. Like everyone else." And there it was. The problem. I nodded and leaned back in my chair. "That's where you're going wrong," I said with a small smile. His eyebrows shot up. "Wait, there's another way?" "There's a better way," I corrected. "Let me show you a few tricks." I explained the importance of choosing the right condom size, how a too tight fit could restrict circulation and numb sensations, while a loose one could slip and kill pleasure altogether. Then I introduced him to the secret weapon, lubricant. A drop of water-based or silicone lube inside the condom before you put it on changes everything, I told him. It reduces friction, increases sensitivity, and makes the experience feel more natural. I also suggested he try ultra-thin condoms, explaining that materials like polyurethane and graphene could provide the same protection while being barely noticeable. He listened, arms crossed, skeptical. "I don't know. Sounds too good to be true." "Try it," I said simply. "Come back and tell me if it worked." 1 month later, a month passed, and honestly, I didn't expect to see him again. But then, one afternoon, he walked back into my office, except this time, he was grinning from ear to ear. "Doctor, you changed my life," he practically shouted, barely able to contain his excitement. "Oh," I said, pretending to be surprised. "So, what happened?" "I did exactly what you said," he said, practically bouncing in his seat. "I got a thinner condom, used the lube trick, and holy crap, it was like night and day. I felt everything, but I also felt safe. It was incredible." I chuckled. "Told you." He shook his head, still amazed. "And that's not even the best part," he continued. "Now that I actually enjoy using condoms, my girlfriend is way happier too. No more awkward moments. No more complaints. Just fun." From that day on, he never made excuses again. In fact, he became a bit of an expert, trying different textures, materials, and even warming lubricants to see what worked best. He even discovered that some condoms helped him last longer. Now, whenever one of his friends grumbles about condoms ruining the experience, he just smirks and shares his little secret. Now tell me, what other spicy topic should we tackle in Let's Talk About Pleasure? Drop it in the comments and subscribe for more content that will make you tremble with excitement.